Record on the computer. Okay, so let me start over. Good evening, everyone. Hope everybody's been working through the week. Anybody have any questions?
I do, Bridget.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
And what's your question?
Okay. I had did a test and I had got this problem wrong, and it's the distance on a number line.
Okay.
And I don't understand how I got it wrong. I
Okay.
can't really remember the question, but it was like, if I was at -5 and I moved to 18, what is the distance?
On my site, you got it wrong.
Yes.
Okay, I know where that's at. Okay. So, I think it had to do with the temperature, right?
Was that the temperature? No, I don't think it was the temperature. It was a distance.
Okay. So first thing,
I
the
can't really
distance
remember.
between
I'm
two.
sorry.
Okay, so that's okay. So the distance between two numbers, right, is always positive. You can't have a negative distance between two numbers. So that's first of all. First thing you want to be able to do is that multiple choice. Get rid of distance between two numbers cannot be negative, right? So,
Right.
let's draw a number line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's -5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know what it was. I think I had probably 23 or something like that. I forget what it was. So just take it how it is. The distance between two numbers. So if you want to find the distance between or how long it took you to walk from here to the supermarket, you would just start counting the blocks, correct? So same thing here. Just start from -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The
I
distance
did
between
that.
these two is 18.
I did that. And I
But
got it wrong.
this is what they said though. This is what they're going to do though. So you know the distance between those 2 points is 18, right? So then what happens is they go give you absolute value for the answer. So what they're going to do is they're going to do -5 plus 13. They might have 13 minus 13 plus 5. Then they're going to have -5 minus 13. And then they might have I don't know, 8 minus 5. I don't know. It's gonna make that last one up. So what they want to see is if you know that the distance between the number is the same thing as absolute value. Absolute value means the distance away from zero. So let me write that down. Absolute value is the distance away from zero. Right? So no matter if you plus or minus. So if you look at the absolute value of -5, if you look at the absolute value of -5, well, how many is that away from 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look at the absolute value of 13, how far is that away from 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So to find out how far away, you would add those two. 5 plus 13 is 18. So that's the distance between those two numbers. Okay. And that's one of the first 5. You can almost put money in the bank. Distance between two numbers or absolute value is going to be one of your first 5. You can almost put money on it. So distance between two numbers is very, very important. Let's see. Let's see if one got the study guide. There we go. Do I have you open? Do I have the study guide open? That it? Nope, that's not it. There we go. Let me see if we got one similar. And this is a very important document to have. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll email it to you. What I did was I used the study guide that GED gave us, and I took the answers out. So you don't know the answers, but you can use it almost like an assessment. So the points -4 and 5 are plotted on a number line. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the distance in units between the 2 points? You just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Most people do 5 minus 4 equal 1. And they pick that one. That is wrong. Because they just see 5 and -4. the distance between two numbers. You're basically counting the distance between two numbers. And then in the multiple choice, though, they're not going to give you 1, 4, 8, 9. They're going to give you absolute values. So you got to make sure you know how to do absolute value. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Anything you've been working on during the week that you need help with?
This same problem right here. Can you show us the absolute value, what it would look like?
Okay. Yes. So instead of, they might have the absolute value of -4 plus 5. They might have the absolute value of -5 plus 4. -4 minus 5. Then they might have, I don't know, 6 plus 3. I don't know. I'm just making up the last one. Again, the absolute value is distance away from 0, but understand the absolute value. They also consider them like parentheses. So you do what's inside first. So -4 plus 5 is the same as the absolute value of 1, which is 1. -5 plus 4 is the absolute value of -1. But the absolute value of -1 is also 1. The absolute value of -4 minus 5, again, you do what's inside the brackets. Absolute value of -9 is 9. So right there, we already know the distance between the two numbers is 9. Now we want to select the one that gives us 9, which will be that right there. It's that third option. Got me?
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Any other questions? Well, we got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ooh, nice crowd tonight. Love it. Surface area. Surface area. Let's see if I can find one on surface area. First of all, let me ask you this. What does surface area mean?
The circle, the circle, the whole circle, right?
Nope. Surface area. Listen to the words. Surface area.
Oh, the surface. Okay. Yes. Okay. I had that one confused too. Yes.
Surface area again is understanding what they're giving. So I'm gonna try to draw a 3D sheet. I don't know how well I can draw it, but let's see if I can draw it. Let's see. Let's see how good I can draw it. It's not too bad, right? So, surface area is exactly what it says. The area of each surface.
Gotcha.
That's all surface area is. So they want you to find the area of each two-dimensional surface and then add them all up. So for example, say, let's look at, let me change the color to red. Let's put some dimensions on here. Let's put some dimensions. So this is 5. This is 4. This is 7. Right? So if I'm looking at this face first, this one right here, that's 5 by 4, right? Which is 20. So the area of that surface is 20. But guess what? The opposite side of that is the same thing. So we're going to multiply that by 2. We get 40.
Right.
So that's the area of that surface. Oops, didn't mean erase all that. I just wanted to erase the little red squiggly lines. Now, if we look at this surface, the 5 by 7. 5 by 7 is 35. But again, we got another side of that. So you times that by 2. That's 70. So we did the front, we did the back, we did the left and the right. Now we need the top and the bottom. So the top and the bottom, so if this side is 4, this side is also 4. If this side is 7, this side is 7. Got me? So 4 times 7, which is 28. You have 2 sides of that, which is 56. So the surface area of that is you adding all them together. That's 110 plus 56 is 166. But they give you a formula for it. So all you want to be able to do with surface area. So what I wanted to do here is to explain what surface area is. The area of each surface, add them all together. So when you look at a rectangular prism, that front side is the same as the back side. That bottom side is the same as the top, and the left is the same as the right. That's why I multiplied by 2 for each side that I found the area for. But you got a formula sheet. Watch this. Let's go to the formula sheet. Surface area. Oops. Hold on. Let me go back to the blank page. Let me save that first. Clear it. And then let me go to the formula sheet. Then I'll go back. Formula sheet. And let's go to the surface area of a rectangular prism. Again, you go to this second part. Rectangular prism. So surface area equal 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH, right? So that's the formula. So anything you can learn from me, one of the most important things you can learn from me taking this GED exam is identifying the givens, identify what formula that you're going to use, and plug it in. So watch this. I'm gonna go back to that blank sheet. I'm gonna hit oh, I can't hit undo, can I? I'm gonna have to. So oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going because I want to bring the what was it? So anybody got that formula sheet? Matter of fact, I'll just write it down. I'll just keep it on screen and I'll write it down.
I have
And
mine.
I can see it. I'll provide it right here. So 2LW plus 2LH plus 2WH. And then I'll go back to that blank page. So all they want to do is identify what we're looking at. So we said this was 5 by 4, and this is so length, width, height, right? Length. So say we're looking at this this front face is 5 by 4. So that first rectangle right here is 5 by 4. And then that height right here is 7, right? So length, width, height. So we're just going to fill everything out. So 2 times the length, which is 5, times the width, which is 4, plus 2 times L, which is 5, the height, which is 7, plus 2 times the width, which is 4, times the height, which is 7. That's exactly what I did up top. But if you can identify, all I did was say, okay, this is the length, this is the width, this is the height. Okay, Mr. Tensley, that's not how I look at it. I can't see it that way. I'm having problems. I don't see it that way. Okay, you can call this the length. You can call this the width. And you can call this the height. Because remember, it just depends on how you turn it and how you're looking at it. So when I look at it this way, my length and width are 7 and 4 for the top. For that bottom. And then the height is 5. So long as you identify each one, it doesn't matter which one. And then you just plug them in to your formula. And again, if you're using your calculator, then it makes it a lot easier. Because now you don't have to do the calculations yourself. You let the calculator do the hard work for you. 2 times 5 times 4 plus 2 times 5 times 7 plus 2 times 4 times 7. Then we get the same answer. Still got 166. Still got 166. So remember, don't get yourself concerned. Oh, my teacher didn't go, because this is what I hear in my emails. This is what I get from my email. My teacher never goes over surface area. We barely go over it. You don't have to. All you have to understand is what surface area is. So the area is just inside, length times width. Volume is 3-dimensional, length times width times height. Surface area has to do with the area of each surface of that shape. And once you understand that, you just identify your givens, plug into the calculator. Okay, so let's see if I got any practice surface areas. I might not have any, because You only get like one of them usually. I think, let me see, where's my G, is it this one? Let's see if we got surface area here. That's volume. Let's see if I got the surface area. I'm pretty sure I should have surface area. Let's see. 78. Wow. You just, wow. 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 You just made me realize I don't have surface area in my book. I have it, but I don't have it. I don't have specific problems. That will be an addition I'm going to add for this year. Wow, I didn't realize that. Why? Because usually I think what my mindset was here is at that time when I created, they only gave you like one. So basically what you want to be able to do is go to your formula sheet, look at this section here, identify from your shape was what? Like, for example, cylinder. I think I do have one for cylinder, for a surface area of a cylinder. But if they ask you for surface area of a cylinder, once you get that formula, we know what pi is. You know how to identify the radius. You know how to identify the height. You just plug it into that formula. So when you're reading that question, if they ask you for surface area, go get that formula from the formula sheet, identify your givens, identify your radius, identify your height, plug it into the formula. Usually for surface area, they give you cylinder or rectangular prism or sphere. And they pretty much straightforward. And who asked that question? Who was that? Let's see. That was Brandy. Thank you, Brandy. So again, for surface area, almost for anything that's a formula, identify your givens, get your formula from the formula sheet, plug them in. All right. What's next? What's next? Surface area, absolute value. What's next? Does everybody understand everything on this formula sheet? Is there any formula that you don't understand on this formula sheet or don't know how to use on this formula sheet? Okay, good.
I have a question.
Yes.
The slope point, can you scroll down a little bit?
Okay.
Okay, right there. Point slope from an equation of a line.
Okay,
That's
so
I would like to.
okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you how to use the point slope formula, and I'll show you how I do it. So yes, can you use point slope formula?
What I know is the top one's slope of a line that I learned, but then like the next three, I don't know. I haven't went over.
So 1, 2, 3, right? Those three right there.
And the actually the next one.
Standard form of a quadratic equation. Yes. So recently they have been putting more quadratic equations on the exam. You have to be ready for a quadratic equation.
One of my friends that took the test, she said that she had 10 quadratic equations.
I doubt it. I doubt it. So what happens is you remember the most difficult one. So she was a little stressed. I guarantee you it wasn't 10 quadratic equations. I can guarantee you. There's only 40 questions. Now it might be 10 linear equations because there's so many different ways they can ask you linear equations. So let's do that point slope form. A lot of teachers and a lot of adult educators have issues with point slope formula. So let's do a problem. So let me go to my study guide and let's do a point slope let's do the point slope formula. And then I'm gonna show you the way that I usually teach it. Okay. And how I use it in how I teach it in my ebook. Now it's up to you which one you want to do. Whatever's easiest for you. So let's find a point in a slope problem. I might have to go to Schoology. If I can't find one here, because I have a bunch of them. If I can't find one, come on. Be good to me today. Be good to me today. Point slope, point slope, point slope, point slope, point slope, point slope, point slope. There we go, right there. All right, so point slope formulas. That's first of all, let's get the formula. So again, you don't have to remember all the formulas. Just know how to use the formulas, right? So let me write the formula down. I'm gonna write it right up top. Y minus Y1 equal MX minus X1. Then we'll go back to my GED study guide. And was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. Was it this one? Lord, I've lost it that quick. There we go. So again, it's not difficult. Just listen. So slope and point. It kind of tells you what formula you're going to use. The point slope formula, right? Identify what you know. What variable goes for slope? What variable is used for slope?
X.
Nope. M.
Okay.
So M is for the slope. So what I want you to always remember is Y equal MX plus B. This is the slope intercept form of a line. It's a different form from the point slope formula. So there's slope intercept form, there's standard form, which is AX plus BY plus C, and then there's point slope form. These are actually the three forms that you should know. Now, I usually only go over slope, intercept, and standard form, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute. Watch this. Y equal M X minus X1. So again, what did I say do? Identify the formula from your formula sheet. They gave you a point in the slope. Then go to your formula sheet, get the formula. Then identify your given. So we know the slope is -7. That's M. They gave us a point. When they give you an ordered pair, what are they giving you when they give you an ordered pair? When they give you a point, which is called an ordered pair, what are they giving you? Does anybody know?
The rise and the run?
Nope, that's for slopes. Rise over run is slope. Okay, so let's make sure we
X and a Y coordinate.
An X and a Y coordinate. So remember, this is very important. When they give you a point, this is called an ordered pair. An ordered pair will look like this, X comma Y. So they're giving you the X coordinate, comma, and then the Y coordinate. So they're giving you X comma Y. So listen, this is a guaranteed question on your exam. So I need everybody to pay attention to this. This is a guaranteed problem where they give you the point and a slope, and they want the equation of a line. It's guaranteed. It's on every single exam. So I got my slope, which is -7. I have my X and Y value, which is 4 and 8. So I'm gonna plug them in. So my point, remember, this is my X, this is my Y. So watch this. Y minus this, the point we're going to use is X1, Y1. So this Y1 is coming from the point. So 8, Y minus 8 equal, the slope is -7 times X minus X1 is 4. So then you simplify Y minus 8, use distributive property, -7X, -7 times -4 is a +28. Add 8 to both sides. We get Y equal -7X plus 36. That's how you get your equation of line using the point slope formula.
Gotcha.
Well, Mr. Tinsley, the multiple choice don't look like that. That answer is not there in the multiple choice. That's because this is in slope intercept form. How do you put it in standard form? You just add the 7x to the other side. So 7x plus y equals 36. That's why you must be familiar with point slope form, slope intercept form, and standard form. Okay, so that would be your answer. Now, that's not how I usually teach it, though. I show my students point slope formula, but watch this. This is what I usually do. And again, this is up to you with how you want to solve it, whatever makes the most sense to you. This is what I usually do. I start off with slope intercept. Why? Because I'm an instructor and I know when they talk about linear equations, most of the time you can get slope intercept form. Watch this. Y equal mx plus b. My y is 8. My slope is -7. My x is 4 plus b. 8 equal -28 plus b. Add 28 to both sides. What does b stand for?
The slope,
Nope.
I mean the intercept,
The what intercept?
the y-intercept.
The y-intercept. So what you should have ingrained in your brain, if you ever sat in on a session with me, you should be thinking y equal mx plus b. M is my slope, b is my y-intercept. You should be dreaming about it. Now, I have my y-intercept. I just figured out my y-intercept. Well, I already know my slope. Y equal -7x plus 36. Still got my formula. Same answer. That's using the point slope formula and then using slope intercept. It's using slope intercept form to get the equation of the line. Using a point and a slope. Now, let's erase it. Let me erase it. Erase everything. Matter of fact, I'll just clear everything. Now, if you have my ebook, I'll show you even an easier way. If my slope is -7, which is rise over run, which is -7 over 1. So you take your point, your first point given, 4, 8. And what does the rise mean? That means my y is going to change by -7. So I'm going to put a -7 right under there. I'm going to put a +1 right under there. Now I have my new point. 4 plus 1 is 5. 8 minus 7 is 1. Now you grab your calculator and you're going to put the 4, 8, and 5, 1. You go to data. Let me clear all that out. 4, 8, 4, 4, and 5. 8 and 1. Let the calculator do the work for you. 2 variable, calculate. Go down to lowercase a and lowercase b. Get your answer in 15 seconds. Look at that.
Wow.
My slope is -7. My y-intercept is 36. So because I know, because the calculator gave me my slope and y-intercept, y equal -7x plus 36. I'm trying to let you know the hardest problem. All you got to do is go through the ebook, do linear equations. Make sure you not do linear equations. Go through the book. Make sure you not use the calculator, because I'm telling you, you could spend 4 minutes on this problem. If you use the calculator, it take you 15 seconds. You don't even got to worry about it. Why? Because you ain't never going to use that again in your life anyway. How many people use, well, the point is 4, 8, and the slope is -7. What's the equation? Have you ever used that at work? I haven't. Well, yes, I have, because I'm a math teacher, but but most people don't use it, right?
Nope.
So in this case, what I'm trying to show you is, and this is why the ebook, this is why I created the ebook, is to show you how to do the harder problems in less than a minute. All you got to know how to identify what's given. You got to know right away. Okay, point slope. That's my M. That's my slope. I mean, that's my point. That's going to give me my X and Y. I know my slope is -7, which is the same as -7 over 1, which I know is my rise over run. That means my rise is up and down. That's my Y. My run is horizontal. That's left and right. That means my rise is going to change by -7. Understand what the slope is. For example, if my slope was 3/2, the slope means for every 3 I go up, I'm going to go over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. 1, 2, 3 over 2. Up 3 over 2. That's all the slope is. It's a constant rate of change. If you understand that, then you can do this on your calculator in less than 30 seconds, literally. And guess what? If you know how to do the equation of a line from the point and slope, they're going to give you one with parallel and perpendicular. They're going to give you slope of a line from 2 points. They're going to give you equation of a line from 2 points. They're going to give you the slope from a graph. If you've taken the test, you have seen every question that I just said to you. If you missed by 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, you should be thinking, damn. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. Sorry. You should be saying, wow, I can use this ebook to learn how to do these linear equations. I can knock this test out. And this is why I explained earlier to T. I said, listen, when you take your practice test, when you've taken your text, use the results and grab the ebook and go to Schoology and practice everything you had troubles in on exam until you got it down. But what I'm telling you is linear equations are anywhere from 5 to 10 questions on your exam. So anywhere from 13% to 25% of your exam. The first 5. Listen, you should see how many practice tests and real tests I get from people. And the biggest areas that people need are linear equations, functions in the first 5. Well, the first 5 is 5 questions. Linear equations are 5 to 10 questions. That's 15. Functions is 2 questions. So that's 5. Let's just say 7 for linear equations, just to take an average. 7. Functions is 2. So let's round it up. This is a 15. So 15 out of your 40 questions are from those 3 areas. If you miss by 1 or 2 points, look at your practice test, look at your test, see if linear equations are the areas that you got problems in or functions, and make sure you got those areas down. When you take your next test, you're going to pass. Because I show you how to do all of them in the ebook easily. Like literally every single linear equation problem that you can get, I'll show you how to do it on the calculator in like less than a minute. But this is the issue you got to remember. Just because you know how to do it on the calculator, make sure you practice doing it by hand and then doing it with the calculator. Why? What you should realize is no matter how many times you study, no matter how many practice problems you get, no matter how well prepared you think you are, when you sit down for that test, it looks like you're reading another language. And then what's the first thing you think is, oh my God, I studied all this. I'm stupid. Why can't I get this? That's the first thing everybody thinks. Well, Mr. Tinsley is telling you, I don't want you to think that. You've all been working hard. There's nothing dumb about any of you. But your mind sometimes can control how you think. Fear can control what you think. So what I want you to do is I want you to say, you know what? This problem is a little difficult. I can't do this problem. What did Mr. Tinsley tell me to get? Skip it and flag it for review. Why? Because the next problem is going to be easy. Easy, medium, hard. So that hard problem, that difficult problem, that next one is going to be easy. Build your confidence. Focus on the easy and medium questions to make sure you know how to do them. Then you're going to finish in about 50 minutes. You're going to have 50 minutes left. Come back to those difficult problems. But practicing on Schoology is timed, right? The quizzes, if you're doing them, time yourself. Why? Because you want to know, you want to have that internal clock to say, you know what, I should be able to finish each of these problems at most in 3 minutes. If I can't, flag it, skip a review. I'm going to come back to it. I'm telling you, you'll pass your exam. I'm telling you. Most people, I mean, I have some 130s, 128s, but if you score 140 or above, look at your practice test, look at your real test, Get your score report. This is why everybody who purchased the ebook, what's the email that you get from me? Access to Schoology, send me your score report. Why? Because when you do your one-on-one with me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look at your score report and we're gonna cover the areas that you're weak at. And you're gonna go take your test and pass. And you'll be like, thank you, Mr. Tinsley, I appreciate it. I'm telling you, that's it. Don't be scared. Easy, medium, hard. Focus on the easy and medium questions. Difficult, flag for review, skip. Then when you finish the test, the most important part is finish it. Then come back to those difficult problems. If you have no idea what it is, pick A or D. Mr. Tinsley, why'd you say pick A or D? Every single practice exam that I've seen from GED, every hard problem, the answer on the multiple choice is usually A or D. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. Almost every single difficult problem is either A or D. So if you don't know it, don't keep it blank. Pick A or D, keep moving. That's it. I'm telling you. And I know you're sitting there like, Mr. Tinsley, why you always say it's so easy? Because guess why? Anything you've done in your life was difficult at one time. But by practice, it became easy. It became much easier. It became like you could do it like the back of your hand. So what you have to do is you have to look at math as an obstacle. This GED math test is stopping me from getting my new job, stopping me from going to college, stopping me from getting more money in my pocket for my family. If you look at it that way, your focus will become much better. Look at it as an obstacle that you just got to get over. Don't look at it as a brick wall that you can't get through. Look at it as an obstacle that you have to get over. So you have to put that time in. If you look at my book, what's the advice that I give? Math, at least 30 minutes a day. Mr. Tinsley, I got 2 jobs. I got kids. I can't do 30 minutes a day. Okay. Anything worth having takes sacrifice. So guess what? When you put them kids down, when you coming from home, from that second job, go on your phone and do square roots, cube roots. Do the quizzes. Put stuff in order. Go to Schoology. Just poop. You can do it right on your phone. You don't even have to wait. You only gotta have the laptop to get Schoology. You can go right on the assessment, do it right on your phone, on your tablet. Excuses are tools of incompetence. Those that use them seldom accomplish anything. Listen, I'm telling you, give me 30 hard days, half an hour to an hour a day, every day. You're going to pass that exam in 30 days. If not, you bought that ebook, I'll give you your money back. It ain't about money for me. I'm not worried about that. I want you to pass, but I want you to believe in yourself. I want you to understand that anything you put your mind to, you can do it. This is more than just math for me. When I see so many people failing and not getting jobs or not getting a promotion, but guess what? On the other side, what do I see? I see people passing the exam, getting promotions, going to college. Listen, I could give hundreds of people I'm talking about now. I'm talking about hundreds of people. So what I'm telling you right now, I need you to listen to me carefully. There's nothing on this exam that I can't prepare you for. If you put the hard work, you're going to pass. That's it. You're going to pass. There's no other option. You are going to pass. There's no other option. There's no other option. You are going to pass. I want my percentage to stay at 100%. And the only way I can do that is if you do what you're supposed to do. All right, what's the next question? Next question, because we're going to have, I got 2 people I got to put up. I didn't put them up yet for the passing the test. I'll probably put them up. I should have put them up last week. I keep forgetting. It's been a busy week and my Eagles keep winning, so you gotta excuse me. All right, so what's let me ask you a question. Let's do this real quick. I was doing this, I had three people have problems with this. I got 3 emails in the last 2 days on this right here. Let's see if we can do it real quick. Number 1, y equal mx plus b. M is my slope. B is my y-intercept. Listen, if you went through the ebook, you went through my lessons, you should be able to get the slope and the y-intercept from this equation immediately. Can anybody tell me the slope for number one?
5/2.
Nope.
Where is the,
-5.
-5/2.
oh, okay.
So remember, so what I want you to look at is if your equation looks like y equal mx plus b, if it's in this form, if it starts with y equal, your slope is whatever in front of that x. The y-intercept is what is ever left. So my slope is -5/2. My y-intercept is -5. Hold on, Mr. Tins, it can't be that easy. Yes, it is. It's that easy. If your equation starts with y equal, whatever's in front of your x is your slope, whatever's left is your y-intercept. Let's look at number 2. What's the slope? What's the slope for number 2?
-4.
-4/3,
-4/3. What's my y-intercept?
-1.
Is that hard? So what I want you to do though is, you may have it right now. You may understand it right now. But the only way you're going to know it is you do 10 of these. You do 20 of these to make sure you're 100%. I got this. Because what happens is a lot of times during the sessions, a lot of times during a one-on-one, a lot of times the video, people say, oh yeah, I got it. Oh, I understand it. And then when they get to that test, oh my God, what do I do? Oh, I forgot. Listen, do enough to where you know how to do it. Let's look at number 3. And then we're going to go to standard form. Let's do 3 and 4. What's the slope for number 3?
X, negative
Nope.
X.
Now let me ask you a question. Anytime you ever give an answer for
-1.
slope, do you say a variable?
-1,
-1. My y-intercept is what?
3,
3. For number 4, my slope is what?
-4x.
Nope.
-4.
-4. Remember, what's in front of the x? So this is what I want you to do. If you don't know, write y equal mx plus b right over top of it. Shoo, shoo. What's my y-intercept?
-1.
There you go. It's not going to take you long. Listen, I've been teaching math for years. I will make it easy for you. You got to put the work in. All right, now we're going to go to standard. We're going to go to standard form. Again, why do I go touch these so much? It's because you're going to see them. Anybody who's taken an exam can tell you they've seen slope and the equation lines in these different forms. Okay, so remember, slope intercept form, y equal mx plus b. Standard form, can anybody tell me what that is?
X plus Y plus B.
Nope.
AX.
AX plus B, Y plus C.
Nope.
Okay, say that again. What you want?
B
AX plus
Plus by equals c.
oh, okay, equals C. All right, sorry.
That one small mistake can throw you off.
Okay.
AX plus BY equals C. So what you should recognize, when you type that formula right over top of it, what you should see is, wow, I know what my A is. I know what my B is. I know what my C is. My A is 2. My B is -1. My C is 1. To find the slope, I'm going to give you won't see this in the textbook. Your teachers won't teach you this in class. To find the slope, you just take -A over B. The opposite of A. So if A is 2, the opposite of A is what?
Negative
Negative what?
2.
2. B is -1. 2 negatives make a what?
Positive.
So my slope is 2. My y-intercept is C over B. My C is what?
1.
1. My B is what?
-1.
-1. What's 1 divided by -1?
1.
Nope. What's 1 divided by negative 1?
-1.
-1.
Negative 1. So my slope is 2. My y-intercept is -1. So if I want to write this in slope-intercept form, what would it be? If I don't want to write the same equation in slope-intercept form, what would it be? So this is standard form. But what if I want to write this equation in slope-intercept form?
y equals 1, -1, no, 1 x plus -1.
Nope. What's my slope? What's m?
M
2.
is
2.
2. Oh, 2. Okay, yeah.
2x minus
2x
1.
plus -1.
So all you're doing is taking that 2, putting it right there, taking that -1, putting it right there.
Yes.
Practice till you got it down to it's like the back of your hand. Standard form and slope-intercept form. So this is what I got the other day. I got an email and the problem looked like this, number 15.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Tisley, say that again, Bridget. Oh Lord, what'd you say?
I didn't say that.
Oh, who said oh Lord? Oh Lord.
I
But
said
listen, Rachel, this is what I want you to understand. Don't say oh Lord. Go back to what you know. I know this is a linear equation, and I know what standard form is. So I know standard form is ax plus by equals c. So that means I want my term with the x first, 2x. I want my term with the y next, minus 2y. And then I still have minus 10 left over, equals 0. So all I did was change the order. I put the 2x first, then I put the minus 2y second. Now, my minus 10 is still on the left side. Remember, to put something on the right side, you do the opposite. We know how to do one-step and two-step algebraic equations, so we're going to add 10 to both sides. Now we got 2x minus 2y equal 10.
Right. Wow.
A is 2, B is minus 2, C is 10. Slope minus A over B. A is 2, minus A is -2. B is -2. 2 over 2 is 1, 2 negatives make a positive. Y-intercept, lowercase b, C over B. My C is 10, my B is -2. 10 divided by -2 is -5. So my slope is 1, my y-intercept is -5. If I wanted to write this in slope-intercept form, which is y equal mx plus b, I'm just substituting. 1 there, -5 there. Y equal 1x minus 5. Do I need that 1 in front of the x?
No.
No. Y equal x minus 5. That's all you need to do. So if you understand what slope-intercept form, if you understand what standard form is, if you know how to move terms on one side of the equation to the other, see what happens is
Yes.
we're trying to remember one way. And then when the GED gives you another way, we're lost. So that's why you use Schoology and you use Mr. Tinsley to see every question in every different type of way you could actually see it. Like literally. Now, this is what they want you to do. They want you to do this. Add 10, subtract 2x. Whatever I do to one side, I do on the other. Minus 2y, the 10's cancel, the 2x cancel, minus 2x plus 10. In order to get y by itself, I divide by -2. These are not like terms, so I need to divide by -2 separately. The -2's cancel, I get y equal -2 over -2 is 1, they cancel. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Did we get the same slope as 1? Y-intercept 5. Got the same exact thing. This is why this is considered a difficult problem, because this is what they want you to do. This is considered a difficult problem. So they're going to give you a problem like this, study guide. Let me see the study guide. Where are you? Is it there? No, is it there? There we go. They're going to give you a problem like this. Let me see. Yeah, yep. They don't got any more standard form here? No, that's it. Let me see. There we go right there. Let's do that one first. You should now know, if you get a problem like this, you should be laughing all the way to the bank, because you should be saying AX plus BY equals C. A is 3, B is 4, C is 8. Find the slope minus A over B. 3 is A, minus A is -3. B is 4. So my slope is -3/4. Bang, I'm done.
And this was on the test.
I already know. I know. That's what I'm trying to give it to you. I already know. I know. But what happens is you're in this session, you're like, oh, I understand it, but you don't go home and practice. You got to go home and practice, because to me, it takes me even less than that. Watch this. Because since I know this is standard form, I already know to take the opposite of this. So I'm doing -3 over 4. I'm done. It takes me 8 seconds. Because once you realize, remember I told you, math is about patterns. Once you recognize that pattern and you practice enough, it's easy. Watch this. I'm gonna make a problem up, and I'm still gonna do it in 3 seconds. Hold on. I didn't mean to draw. Well, I don't know what that was I just drew. Watch this. What is going on? Watch this. I'm gonna make, what is going on? Clear. It won't clear the screen. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right, here we go. Watch this. I'm just gonna make something up. Doesn't even matter. Watch this. 8x minus 8x minus 3y equal 9. Watch this. To find the slope, opposite of -8, 8 over -3. I just found my slope. -8/3. Done. Y-intercept, 9 over -3, -3. Equation slope-intercept form. Y equal -8/3 x minus 3. That's how fast, when you practice, you should be able. Hold on for a second. Somebody's trying to get in. Hold on for 1 second. That's how fast, if you practice and work on it, that's how fast you should be able to do it. If you go through, especially using the calculator. But look how fast that was. But guess what? But then they're going to switch it up and give you a problem like this. What is the slope of the perpendicular to 5x minus 2y equal 1? And people say, oh my God, what's perpendicular? Oh no, wow. No, what I want you to do is take 5 deep breaths. What do I know? This is standard form. Standard form is ax plus by equals c. Identify my a, b, and c. A is 5, b is -2, c is 1. To find the slope of this line will be -a over b. A is 5, -a is -5. B is -2. 2 negatives make a positive. So I know my slope of this line is 5/2. But they want to know the slope of the perpendicular. So again, this is where people make the mistakes. They try to remember what they're doing. Slope 5/2. They go pick 5/2. That's wrong. Because they want to find the slope of the perpendicular. So you have to find the slope of this line first.
-2/5.
-2 over 5. So you change the sign and you flip it. So this is positive, becomes negative. 5 over 2 is 2 over 5. -2/5. You done that problem, you going. You feeling good about yourself. You confident. Your self-esteem is boosted because you just finished that problem in 15 seconds. You loving it. You like, wow. And that's what happens. So the most important thing I want you to remember when you're taking this exam is get your GED, whatever your last test was, whether it's a practice test or a real test. Get your score report. Use your score report and then use Schoology and use the eBook to practice on those parts first. Concentrate on your weaknesses first. Make sure those areas are tight. Then Take a practice test on Schoology. Don't cost you nothing. It don't cost you $7. My practice tests are free. I got 10 of them. Go take a practice test. And the first thing you're going to say, oh my God, I don't know anything. This test is so hard. I purposely made my exams more difficult than the real exam. The same pressure that you feel when taking the exam, I want you to feel when you're taking my practice exam. Well, why would you do that, Mr. Tinsley? That's kind of mean. No, because I want to replicate so you won't feel that way when you take the real test. So when you go, because each practice test you can take 5 times. So if you got a 40 the first time, you're going to look over and you say, you know what? That's a slow problem. I know how to do that. Let me take it again. Let me go do some practice. Let me take it again. Okay, this time I got a 52. You know what? That's a ratio and proportion problems. Let me go practice with ratio and proportions. Let me take it again. Oh, I got a 60. This is quadratic equations and functions. Oh, well, let me fix how to do them. Let me watch the YouTube video from Mr. Tinsley. Oh, I know how to do them. Oh, I got an 80. Bam. Then you take the similar test that's similar to the real test. And you keep doing that. It doesn't matter if you get it wrong on my site. My site, I want you to get it wrong. Why? Because I want you to fix your errors. So when you go to the real test, you'll be prepared. You will be prepared. I'm telling you, you're going to be prepared. So I've seen so many people, they start the quiz and they don't know the first 3 answers and they quit. They stop it. So I'll look at the Schoology. I'll see they answered the first 4 questions. And then the last 7, 8, 9, 10 questions, they didn't even do because they got frustrated. You can't get frustrated on something that don't count. You finish the exam. You then say to yourself, I don't know how to do this. Let me go to Schoology under math lessons where he got the textbook and the videos that shows you how to do it. Let me work. Let me figure out how to do it. Let me take the quiz again. Okay, this time I got a 50. Or I made some small mistakes. Let me take it again. I got an 80. Yes. Move on to the next quiz. It's 80 or above, move to the next quiz. I'm telling you. So I should be able to see you taking practice tests or taking quizzes in Schoology. See, what people are doing is they want to rush so bad. They want to come right in. They want to go take practice tests. Well, aren't that why you're here? You didn't pass. That's why you're here. So don't go right into the practice test. Use the practice test or the test that you've already taken to focus on the areas of weakness. Focus on those areas of weakness, then take a practice test. Then see how you do. And I guarantee you your score is going to go up. So you might, like I had a person go from 40, 62, 80. She took the second GED test, 62. She took the third GED test, 68. She called me up. She said, Mr. Tinsley, these are the grades I got. I said, go take it. I said, go take it. She said, I only got a 62 and a 68 and an 80. I said, go take it. She got a 158 on her exam. So if you have any questions, whether you should take it or not, whether you should schedule, listen, I should be able to see your practice test on Schoology. And before, if you purchase the ebook, you can schedule a one-on-one with me. I'm gonna walk you through everything you need.
Here we go. I just didn't want to see.
All right, it's already 7 o'clock. What's one last question before we leave tonight?
It looks like a fire truck.
Any last questions?
Miss Tinsley,
Yes.
this is Jennifer.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Fine.
I can't get on Schoology.
All right, stay on afterwards, and I'll get you on. Okay. So anybody who I think T, you also had some problems with Schoology, logging in. Stay on afterwards. I'll reset your password. Okay. Otherwise, everybody have a wonderful night. I'm going to